Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, today we're diving into North Yarmouth, Maine, and right off the bat, we've got to acknowledge the elephant in the room. Property taxes cause anxiety. I mean, it is completely natural to feel your heart rate spike just a little bit when you hear the word revaluation. But hey, take a deep breath. In this explainer, we're going to calmly and clearly break down exactly what North Yarmouth's statistical revaluation actually means for you. We'll look at the data, the timeline, and the real mechanics behind the numbers so you know exactly what's happening and, well, why it's happening. So fundamentally, a town-wide statistical revaluation is just a way to reset property values to reflect true market conditions. Over time, properties change, right? Some are renovated, newer homes are built, and the real estate market naturally shifts. This whole process is essentially just a massive calibration effort to make sure the town's tax burden is sitting evenly on the scale, balancing older and newer homes based on what they're actually worth today. Here's a quick roadmap of what we're covering. 1. What is a revaluation? 2. Why North Yarmouth and why now? 3. The valuation process explained. 4. The big tax question. And 5. Next steps for residents. Let's dive right in.
Section 1. What is a revaluation? Understanding the basics.
Okay, so by definition, a statistical reevaluation is the process of equalizing property values across a municipality for the purpose of fair and equitable tax distribution. North Yarmouth's assessor, Rob Sutherland, points out that Maine state law actually requires assessments to be based on just or market value. So it's literally a legal requirement to ensure everybody pays their fair share. Think about it like this. If your home's assessed value hasn't been updated in years, but your neighbor just built a brand new place that's assessed at today's prices, the tax distribution gets completely skewed. The reevaluation simply fixes that imbalance.
Section 2. Why North Yarmouth? Why now? Updating those 2018 values.
So why now? Well, the last time North Yarmouth had even a partial revaluation was way back in 2018. And because it's been nearly a decade, the current assessments that were certified last year were hovering around just 66% of actual market value. That's a huge gap. It means the town's records are pretty significantly detached from reality right now. To fix this, the town is currently in a qualifying sales verification period, analyzing properties that sold between April 2024 and April 2026. All this data collection is driving toward a target valuation date of April 1st, 2026, which is when every single property will be reset to its current market value. Moving right along to Section 3. The valuation process explained, how values are actually determined.
To get this monumental task done, the town brought in Vision Government Solutions, specifically Steve Wan and Sandra Schmucke. Here are the precise steps their team is taking. First up is data collection, pulling in all the available local and national building costs. Step 2 is incredibly important, sales verification. See, the process relies heavily on verifying what are called arm's-length sales. That means analyzing sales where the buyer and seller don't know each other. It ensures the sale price truly reflects the open market and wasn't just, a special sweetheart deal between family members. Step 3 involves drive-by field reviews, and finally, Step 4 is plugging all that verified data into complex statistical modeling to generate the new valuation schedules.
Now, I want to humanize this bureaucratic process for a second, especially regarding those field reviews. You might actually see Sandra Schmucke driving around your neighborhood. She noted that she drives a car with Massachusetts plates, but she's got these assessor's office magnets clearly displayed on both car doors, so you'll definitely know it's her. Her job is simply to verify that the town's records match reality. If you have a long driveway, she might just pull up far enough to see the exterior of the house, confirm the details, and then turn right around. It's just a quick visual verification process to make absolutely sure the underlying data is perfectly accurate.
Section 4. The big tax question. Will taxes go up?
All right, this is the $60,000 question on literally every property owner's mind. Will my taxes go up? Let's address it head on. Yes, your property's assessed value is almost certainly expected to increase. As we just saw, the data is from 2018, and the real estate market has changed dramatically since then. But here is the kicker. Higher property values do not automatically mean higher taxes. A higher town-wide valuation expands the total tax base, which generally actually results in a lower mill rate. The absolutely crucial phrase to remember here is revenue neutrality. Assessor Rob Sutherland stated it clearly. North Yarmouth doesn't gain additional tax revenue just by increasing property values. The revaluation is definitely not some sneaky way for the town to raise extra money. The town only assesses the total amount of taxes needed to fund the approved annual budget. The revaluation just redistributes that existing budget pie a bit more fairly among all the property owners. Because remember, your property taxes exist solely to fund approved municipal services, school appropriations, and infrastructure projects, like the West Costogo Community Center, or buying essential public works equipment. If the town budget doesn't drastically increase, the total amount of tax collected doesn't drastically increase. If your property's value goes up, but the mill rate goes down proportionally, your actual tax bill might stay exactly the same. It could even decrease, depending on how your specific property's new value compares to the town average. Which brings us to Section 5, Next Steps for Residents, Engaging the Process.
First things first, keep an eye on your mailboxes. Impact notices, which will contain your newly proposed property valuations, are estimated to be mailed to every property owner in town by late June or early July of 2026. This is great because it gives you a critical window of time to review your numbers before the town officially commits the taxes, which usually happens in late July. So you are absolutely not going to be kept in the dark until the final bill arrives.
Plus, Vision Government Solutions is going to have a dedicated online portal for North Yarmouth, where residents can take immediate action. You'll be able to search your street address, filter by your specific acreage and square footage, and directly check the comparable neighborhood sales that the assessors actually used. During town meetings, residents noted that sites like Zillow or Redfin can be wildly inaccurate, sometimes off by tens of thousands of dollars. So the town assessors really urge you not to rely on those fluctuating algorithms. Use this official portal to review your actual data. And hey, if you see a discrepancy, you can just schedule an informal hearing.
Let's briefly contrast your two avenues for feedback. Once you get that impact letter in June or July, you have the immediate option to schedule an informal hearing with Vision Government Solutions. You can do this over the phone or in person, and it's a really great way to review your property card and point out any factual errors, like say they listed an extra bathroom that literally doesn't exist. But even if you miss that window, you still have the statutory right to file a formal abatement directly with Cumberland County up to 185 days after the official tax bills go out. So you have plenty of time and opportunity to ensure your assessment is fair.
We're going to end on this provocative thought. As our town evolves, how does your property's market value align with the local infrastructure and services you rely on every single day? A revaluation isn't just some dry tax exercise. It's a reflection of your community's growth and our shared civic duty. I highly encourage you to review your own property data once that portal updates, check your impact notice when it comes, and take an active role in this process. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.